In practical terms, financial freedom means reaching a state where your basic monthly living expenses are fully covered without you having to actively work for a paycheck. This maps the mathematical threshold for financial freedom, the 25x rule. Needing 1 lakh monthly means an annual expense of 12 lakh. To withdraw this indefinitely, multiply by 25, making your target finish line 3 crore rupees. Saving 3 crore rupees solely from a standard salary is mathematically impossible for most people. Hitting a number that large requires building a portfolio of assets to eventually replace your wages. When beginners realize this, they usually search online and are immediately buried in chaotic lists of 30 or more different income streams. Start an Airbnb, mine crypto, buy index funds, and become a freelancer simultaneously. Blindly picking from these lists is a trap. Not all assets function the same way, and choosing an option that doesn't match your current financial reality guarantees failure. The internet constantly conflates passive investments with demanding side hustles. A true passive asset is where your existing capital does the heavy lifting. You use money to buy back your time. An active hustle requires the exact opposite. It demands your constant time, energy, and sweat equity to generate that initial capital in the first place. The primary reason people fail to build wealth is a mismatch of constraints. A broke college student tries to angel invest with money they don't have, or a 70-hour-a-week executive tries to start a YouTube channel with time they don't possess. To reach financial independence, you have to stop collecting random income streams. You need to organize these vehicles into a sequential ladder, based entirely on whether you currently lack time or capital. This quadrant chart maps our first category, Tier 1 Sweat Equity. In the bottom left corner, we find vehicles like high-income skills, freelancing, and content creation. Notice the axes. You need active labor and deep skill acquisition, but virtually zero financial investment to start. The payoff is high initial cash flow and rapid skill development. For beginners needing seed money, this is the most efficient way to generate it. The trade-off is severe. You are running a business, not holding a passive asset. If you stop working, the asset stops paying entirely. The revenue is directly tied to your daily labor. Treating these demanding vehicles as a casual weekend hobby rather than a primary job is the fastest route to burnout. Tier 1 is the mandatory starting line if you are capital poor. It acts as the cash-generating engine required to fuel your climb to higher tiers. Moving up brings us to Tier 2, the hybrids, like managing an Airbnb, leasing equipment, or selling digital courses. This requires balanced input. Moderate initial capital to prep a rental or buy machinery, plus 5 to 10 hours a week of ongoing management. Because you are actively managing these assets, they offer a significantly higher potential yield than purely passive investments. That higher yield comes with a double trade-off. You carry financial risk if the expensive equipment breaks down, and operational risk when dealing with difficult customers or bad reviews. In this tier, your role shifts. You are functioning as an active manager, protecting an investment, not just a passive observer. Tier 2 is ideal if you have a stable salary and want to aggressively accelerate your wealth timeline by sacrificing your weekends to run operations. Finally, we reach Tier 3, True Passive Assets. This is the domain of index funds, real estate investment trusts, dividend-paying stocks, and bonds. The entry requirement here is significant liquid capital and the patience to wait decades. The daily operational time required from you is zero. The outcome is predictable, compounding growth. This is the only tier that entirely divorces your physical labor from your revenue generation. Government bonds are a prime example of this security. When you lend your capital to heavily backed institutions like the Reserve Bank of India, you receive a safe, entirely hands-off yield. But if your principal investment is small, the returns will barely be visible. A 7% yield on a 10,000 rupee investment won't pay your rent. This is also why speculative outliers like crypto mining or angel investing are dangerous early on. They demand the high capital of Tier 3 but carry massive risk. They destroy wealth if attempted before a stable core portfolio is built. Tier 3 is the ultimate destination for high earners whose time is simply too valuable to spend answering customer service emails for a side hustle. Start here. Do you have substantial capital? If no, your path is Tier 1. Focus on high-income skills and freelancing. If yes, but you lack time, choose Tier 3, passive index funds. If you have both, choose Tier 2, hybrid assets. Reaching that 3 crore target requires identifying your primary constraint, time or money, and ruthlessly executing the single tier designed for it. Attempting to manage 30 different assets simultaneously only leads to diluted effort. True momentum comes from this specific focus. Regardless of which tier you start in, climbing to the next rung of the ladder requires one foundational prerequisite. Executing any of these strategies successfully, whether it's analyzing a market for a rental property or identifying the right index fund, requires deep, specialized knowledge. As Warren Buffett points out, the most important investment you can make is an investment in yourself. Audit your constraints honestly. Invest heavily in your own financial education to understand what you are actually buying and climb the wealth ladder one focused step at a time.